Evening. Cool. So welcome back, people, whoever's kind of streaming in. So like normal, we've got some pull requests to go through. We actually merged some of these pull requests in just before this, well, a few days before the session, because we had a fair few changes, but other pull requests was actually waiting on. So we merged in one to actually kind of handle the tasks and await on them. So from introducing the state machine, what we created in the last session, all the events were published. I was saying wrong. All the events what we published here were return tasks, and we wasn't waiting on them. So I changed all the code, which actually needs to be awaitable, to await on everything. And then obviously that because tasks cascade everywhere, it pretty much meant changing nearly every single test, every single bit, nearly line of code which it falls into. So we merged that one directly in, and David checked over that, I think.
Well, we were just lucky that it wasn't actually causing us any problems then.
It was. So there was actually one. So after I cascaded all the kind of awaiting all the tasks all the way up, we actually had one failing test.
Oh, okay.
So we was getting a false positive from one of the tests. So this was the PacMan should not move in certain states. We had a state of dead, and it wasn't actually doing anything on dead because the state machine didn't know what the dead state was.
Yep.
So it's just blowing up. But because before we were waiting on the task, the task just got the exception just got hidden because it never got caught by anything. So having to wait on everything made this pass, but I think we got away with it because everything is literally synchronous. We don't actually kind of block on anything. I think, and a lot of the stuff checks, it calls something and then checks the state afterwards, because so it never stopped execution. We was pretty much in a synchronous call stack, really. So obviously when we check the things on the board, game are in certain states, then they were in the right states. It was only this one where it actually threw an exception, which then we wasn't handling and just got kind of missed. But yeah, I kind of added that to that pull request to just fix up that test. So this was just so I've just put a draw in dead, ignore tick for the time being, and added a dead state on it as well.
Okay. How much longer did you go on for on Monday? I think I was there till about 9 o'clock or something. I had to go.
I think we paused around 10. We got most of the state engine and stuff stuck in there.
Yeah, I've seen like the sort of implementing most of the state agent and some of the tests that you had to fix to get it to work again, but I didn't see it all the way to the end. So
yeah, so most of the things just moving around the code and putting the state engine in place, and the tests we didn't really change. We just kind of used them to ensure that we'd not broke anything. So we didn't write any new tests. We just kind of just used them to ensure that everything was working. And we was actually pretty surprised that they all passed first time. So after refactoring all the code, we ran the tests, and we did have some like breaking things, what was actually problems. But overall, afterwards, we ran them all. They all passed. We ran the game, and it ran. So it was a pretty good.
It's good work.
Use case of using testing.
Yeah.
The next one, what we made straight in, was the only exposing the enums, because this kind of affected loads of tests as well, because we two-stringed everything in the session. So this was just to clean up the only exposing the enum value for the game state and using the string version in the state machine. And then when we do the initialization of the actual game, we use the enum version as well. And because it used the string version of it, I started using the name of keyword to get the string representation of the property names. But because the state machine was private, meant that I had to move it out of the class, which then the other stuff I was using was private. So I had to kind of pull that out using the interface, really. So we wasn't exposing it. So I created this thing called game actions. And I don't know if this is the best way to do it. We might want to just put this into a class itself, to be fair, all the actions, what the game can do. But this implemented game actions, so I could expose certain states of the game. So these things like hide ghosts, scatter ghosts, and they just called the same thing. It's just that instead of being private members, private functions on it, they were just implicitly implemented like interface members. But that meant that I could remove this game state class and then put it out on its own. So it's here now. No, it's not here. That's the game. It's here. And then just plumb in our game actions, which is actually the game itself. But this is just like using the interface so you only can see certain parts of it. But that meant I could then do things like this to do the mapping. So I could say the name of initial state maps to the enum initial and stuff like that. So from it just changing it be using the enum, it meant moving quite a lot of stuff around, so I didn't have just magic strings. So another one where it just kind of cascaded into everything.
What's the scoping of those actions?
These ones.
Yes.
So these are just implicitly implemented by that interface. So you can't, if you new up the game, you can't call them.
Oh, okay. So
unless you cast it into that interface.
Yeah.
But because this is that interface, when we new up the state machine, we can just pass in this because it is that one of them.
And what's the scope of that interface there, I guess?
That's internal.
That's internal.
Yeah, so you physically can't use it outside of this assembly. Where is it gone? Yeah, so this is internal. So you can't physically cast the game into game actions because you're outside of this assembly. And the only thing
that's good. That's fine.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is the right way to do it. To be fair, it's just that this solved the problem I had, and I didn't want to move all the methods.
Just on that, if you on game,
yeah,
which is very near the top. Keep going. Somewhere there. Line 98. 79. So that's 79. Is that supposed to be alive there?
Yeah, that's another thing. That's probably one thing I should have forgot to mention. I don't know if we want the game state machine, the state machine's states to map directly to game states.
Right.
Because from the outside world, does it care if it's alive or scattering?
No, only on a testing basis, isn't it?
Yeah. And none of our tests actually test that. So
right.
They test what the behavior is, not the state the game is in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we do the tests on the ghost to say they should be following and then they should be scattering, then should be following. We've got tests to test them 2 scenarios, but we don't test the actual status of the game. So for this, I thought from the outside world, you're just alive, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we should rename the alive on the game state machine though.
Yeah, so that it doesn't match.
Yeah, so it's like
so it's something like chase or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
Chase might make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was it, and then
that's good.
Oh yeah, and I renamed the namespaces, which David told me off for doing the same pull request.
Only because I was doing it file by file, and there's 33 files.
Yeah. I think that was about it for that one. But it cleared everything up, so we just don't have magic strings everywhere, and everything's 2-stringing everywhere and stuff. So got rid of that problem.
Well, it was one of the things catching us out last week, anyway, wasn't it? Because we got the spelling slightly wrong and stuff.
Yeah.
So definitely worth doing.
So they're the ones where we merged in. then we've got a few more ones. So we've got this fixed race condition during the game start.
Yeah. So yeah, so as soon as I ran it after doing a pull last week, it fell over on that line there because it ticked before game state machine was. You
Yeah.
comment now. But,
so I don't know if we need this or not. Because
no,
this is not nullable. This is not nullable, which made it a bit weird.
Yeah.
So this could never be. Suppose this could never be null, even though it was null because the initialization of the class was in a certain order. So I don't think actually we need that anymore because it didn't break on mine.
No, I don't think it's broken since I pulled in your change. So maybe.
Yeah, well, has it made a difference since it's all gone async?
Well, I think this was from how is, I don't know if you can you see all the changes all at once on here? Oh, I'm poking at the branch and see them. So I think the problem was how we set up the class in the constructor. I think that was the underlying cause of it. So here, we first thing we do is subscribe the tick for the game clock.
Right.
And then we new up the state machine.
Yeah.
So the state machine, if that ticks straight away and that's not newed up yet, then that's still null. And it's a bit weird because this is non-nullable type. So that's actually the compiler saying this could never be null, even though in this instance it was null. That's why it was weird that it had
the ticks running separately, isn't it?
Yeah. So the
thread. Is it on another thread?
Yeah, it will be on another thread, yeah.
So I guess it only guarantees it's not null at the end of the constructor then.
Yeah.
Can we move?
I guess it has to do that because you could be passing in stuff on the.
Can we put would it make sense to put a subscribe to after when we new up the game state? So
Yeah. I think I did that on my
and I've changed it in one of my ones as well actually. So yeah.
Yeah. So I think when we
can pretty abandon that one.
Let me just check that. I did do that.
Well, I've added a start game method anyway, so it definitely does it in there.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Because I think, did I move mine?
You did. Yeah. You moved it down to the next sound set beginning at some point.
Yeah. Oh, that's not going to work, is it?
Least in the features. Yeah. There is.
Yeah. So I must have moved it down to the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. You can abandon that pull, I guess.
Test helpers.
Yeah, this is just to try and make the tests a bit easier to write. So there's a few things I had to change to this. So I guess we'll start at the top there. Yeah, so first of all, on cell location, I added a two-string method and I overrode equals.
Yeah, so the two-string just appends X and Y together.
Yeah.
As a string, and then the equals casts it to a cell location. If it's a cell location, just checks that it's equal.
Yeah.
And then the override for equals is checking X and Y inside of it.
Yeah. It's basically a copy and paste from the Microsoft documentation of how to implement equality on a struct. Because conveniently, their example is a 2D point, so it's quite easy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so, and then keep going down. What was I doing game? Let's just pick that change. Yeah, so then I added this. How's the best way to explain this? So I added a new function called we expect that, which takes in a ghost. So if you scroll down, you can see that function. Yeah. So up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's line 218.
It's 280. Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, so it takes in a ghost and then returns a ensure that ghost object.
Yeah.
And if you scroll down, that's that. So basically, then that exposes is that method.
Yeah.
So you then pass in where you think the ghost is going to be, and we throw an exception if they're not there. So because I've overrode equality, you can then do that location.
I suppose you could do things like ensure that where ghost is on strategy and stuff like that. If you extended that, or where
You don't expose strategy, do they, from the ghost at the moment? But yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
You could have it's not at and things like that as well.
Yeah. I quite like these because then they're just like ensure methods of saying it should be at this state by this point.
Yes.
And we can do the same thing for PacMan. We can say ensure that PacMan is at.
Yeah.
You wanted to. And then if you scroll back up, you can just see where I've implemented it. I've only done it in that one method. So then I started saying, starting location dot left dot right dot right dot left and so on. And our ghost is just a local function in that method. I think that's probably the bottom of that method. Or maybe there's somewhere.
Did you add the left dot right dot whatever, or did we do that on another pull?
We already had that on cell location.
Yeah, but we didn't write that before, did we?
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's quite good actually. We should have done that before.
Yeah, and then if you just scroll down, you just see what our ghost.
It'll have been a lot easier than going 2-1 to a bit 3-1, 4-1, and so on.
Yeah, so our ghost just does that because ghost is immutable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep asking it for the first one.
Yeah, that's cool. Lay that in, then we can start using it. Oh, there's just one comment I put. You can use you don't need to keep casting it. You can just use the thing. But can you actually swap the code out in this?
I don't know.
Is that just JavaScript where you can say, take my...
Got to apply your edit.
Yeah, there's like there was a button before I've seen on here where you can just say, take my suggestion. Maybe it's not on this one.
Did you actually add it as a suggestion? Isn't that a particular button?
No, I don't, but I don't know actually. I just read it as markdown code.
Yeah, so. I think you can do suggestions somehow, can't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, no.
We can change around anyway. We might merge in. Oh, there's some conflicts. Yeah, let's just check these out then. You want to do that?
Might as well fix that quality while we're here then.
Yeah, let's merge this in. Some red here. Oh, yeah, because we've got to wait now, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want master. No, wait a minute. That's what we want. That's what we don't want. That's what we want. That's what we don't want. That's what we want.
Can you do that just by clicking on the button? Are you clicking?
Yeah, you can. You can click on the titles above.
You've got title buttons there to accept the change or
accept current change.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that. We get loads of errors. Actually, I could. There's one left now anyway. Is all that one file?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just go to cell location before you commit it.
Is games still failing as well? somewhere. An extra.
Oh yeah, okay, it's
extra semicolon, missing semicolon or something, is it?
Oh no, it's because that one's.
Oh, it needs waiting.
Oh, the method lacks a weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take yours and put a weight on it.
Okay.
And remove that because we don't need that anymore, do we?
Good.
Let's just check that builds.
In a completely different place to mine. I've got that file, and right at the bottom, that's where the error was, and it now says AWAI space T space dot and your cursor.
Oh, that's weird. That's not synced up very well, has it then?
No. I'll close it and open it again. No, still got it.
Then we go to cell location, was it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm blaming the Microsoft example for being out of date, you know. Don't think you need var, do you? I think it's just, yeah, it's quite weird. It's just the variable name. Yeah.
That's inconsistent compared to the ones.
Yeah.
Mine's going all over the place now. I'll disconnect.
Yeah. I guess once we've done the 2 PRs, we can start a new session, can't we?
Yeah, yeah. Oh. So now this should be a bit to date.
Mine's kindly cached it as well. I just left the session. Come back. It's cached the errors. Right, let's quit. Try again.
Just wait to see if pass. So they should do.
Join. No, it's still got it.
Yeah, I'll stop the thing and actually I can stop it while the
I'll just see if I can kill. Let's look it up to kill the live share cache.
I'll stop it and start this one again.
Yeah.
Command not found. Okay, just invite you now.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I sent you an email. I can't invite you, but I can send you an email or chat to you. That's weird.
It says you're not available. It says I'm available on mine. Yeah, now I'm available.
I'll send you the link anyway, because.
Well, it worked for me though.
Yeah, I could invite you, but I can't invite Peter or David. I'll just get a chat.
What is that then?
Did you sign up with Microsoft accounts or with GitHub accounts?
Mine's GitHub.
Mine have been Microsoft.
Mine's Microsoft.
Maybe we can. Yeah. I can send you a chat message.
Nice if I got the chat message.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Yeah, I haven't even got that.
Oh, the chat message.
No.
I can send you a chat message, but you can't receive that. That's good.
But I can't see it. So if you send me one and I don't respond, I'm not being rude. Clear command editor history. Command.
So I'll just merge that other one in.
Okay.
So this one now.
So this one here was just decoupling sound from the engine, because the UI needs to know if certain things happen in order to play the sound. So it's not really much more than sort of renaming it from sound set to game notifications. And then there's a game notifications class now, which holds a dictionary of things that are going to happen when that event's called. So for example, you can register a load of functions that are going to be triggered when the eat coin event's called. And the list of possible events are that game notification enum.
Yeah. So we could actually, in theory, have multiple subscribers with one game notification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then game settings. The initial game status should be initial, not alive, I think.
Oh yeah, probably actually.
And then the next interesting thing was in the game state machine. I found that you can do a when enter method, so that gets triggered when you change into that state. So it seems to make more sense that when you enter the dying state, we trigger the dying notification as opposed to.
That's fair, because it was a bit odd doing the actual work.
Yeah.
In the wrong state, as it were.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think that really felt better.
Change to dying, and then in dying, put as we come in, do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we just haven't read the docs.
Yeah. So ideally, I wanted to add the time to change state calls into that as well, but that needed access to the context.data.now, which you don't have on the when enter event. If that makes sense.
Right.
But we could do what we could do is,
I think,
yeah, what we could do is just to like put down the state, the last tick.
Yeah.
So so then we could just do when tick on any, or whatever it is, and then just save it to the state each time. And then anywhere where we want to use it, we can just say, go get it off the state instead of the actual the event. So things like here could just do, because I think you'll have the instance on the context, won't you, in this scenario?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you can get to the game state.
Yeah.
And then so I removed sound set and that one, and then in the form, just sort of got a fluent setup now. So you create your game, and then you subscribe to any notifications you're interested in, and then map onto the function or functions you're going to call. So, for example, the eat coin notification then plays the chomp sound.
Yeah.
And the big change though was to play the initial sound. If you look at the constructor of game now, you can find that.
Yeah, I chucked the initial sound in there, so it fired it up.
So the problem was that you want to be able to hook up the notifications before you can play the initial sound. So I've added a start game method.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah. So the idea is you can create the game, hook up the notifications, and then call start game, which then triggers the first tick.
Right.
Because otherwise you have to start passing the game notifications object into the constructor and so on.
Yeah.
So then the disadvantage of that is that then I had to go through 30 odd tests inserting start game.
It kind of makes more sense though, to be fair. Like you wouldn't expect you new up a class and the game starts so straight away. You new up the game and say start.
Yeah.
Which kind of I quite like it being.
I mean, I guess it depends what's going to happen long term when you have like a menu and you can play again once you're killed. Do we create a new instance of the class, or do we just reset the state in the class? And decisions like that. But
I guess the easy thing is to throw it away and create a new one.
On the basis of how we've done everything else, throw it away.
Yeah. Well, it does make your life a lot easier. You don't need to deal with the state of what something's in, or try to revert it back to something. You can just throw it away and create another one. It makes things easier to reason about, doesn't it? Yeah, so I think, and then all the rest of those games, tests, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just inserting that game.start game all over the place.
Yeah. What's these new tests for?
Oh, that's just to make sure it actually triggers the
oh, the trigger
notifications.
notifications. Ah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just count how many times it gets triggered, and then it should be 1.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Imagine. That's if we don't have any conflicts. We don't, so let's go straight in. Cool. Let's check out master. Pull everything back down. So I was talking to Colin just before, well, a few hours before actually the session, and asked him if he wanted to try out doing some of the issues that we labeled on here. Okay. I don't know if you want to try them, Colin.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, that's all my issues ever. I have lots of issues.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one we should look at first. Probably this one is probably like.
Oh, so what are you looking at?
You can't change direction into a wall.
Yeah, I think that's a good one to start with.
Okay. So
I guess you'd want to. You'd want to build a test for that, presumably.
Yeah. So I think the PacMan tests, because that's pretty much how he walks around. So I think we have some change directions ones in here.
One of the tests is actually wrong, isn't there?
PacMan walks in face.
Yeah, PacMan cannot walk. Cannot. Oh, no, I suppose that is right, because you could.
PacMan cannot walk. It cannot move into walls.
No, I guess that's still valid, because you could have walked up to a wall.
Do we walk up to the wall though? We just had the wall in straight in front of him, so we'd have to add the offset to be +1. I think we should write a test for the new thing, and if this fails, we revisit this. I think that'd be the simplest thing.
You'll have to remind me what the actual offset is doing. So is that because the grid that you set up is like the sprites are overlapping, like.
Well, this is for the offset to the wall. So it's saying it's placing PacMan, well, getting PacMan's location, and then placing a wall at a given offset to PacMan in this scenario.
Right.
Well, I think we should just ignore this, and if it fails, we'll just come back and fix it, because I think it's valid, but I don't think it passes if we fix the other issue where you can walk into a wall. You can.
Can't face the wall. Yeah.
Can't face a wall. So yeah, you can't walk. Yeah, you're not supposed to walk through a wall, but you can't. But you can face a wall, but at a distance. I think that's the thing into it.
I guess it's on the second tick, isn't it, when you approach the wall? So on the first tick when you enter the area where you're going to be doing the comparison, and then it'll be the second tick once you change.
PacMan walks in facing direction. Yeah, so I think we can write a test which is a bit similar to these. I think
you need.
I think you need a PacMan and a wall.
And a wall.
And you start off with him not facing the wall, and then when you try to change,
it should fail to change direction.
Yes, the direction should remain as it was
initially. If you set a corner up and put him in the corner facing one wall, he shouldn't be able to turn to face the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should we just copy? I'll copy and paste all these things. Put it down here. So we need something like that. Yeah.
I wonder if that was my
So if we
cursor.
face him up, and we can just put
a wall to his side.
the wall to the left of him for the time being.
Right of him.
Right of him, sorry. And then we can just say game dot change direction.
Right.
And then I guess we say the direction is still up.
Yeah.
And at the same location it was before.
We have to run a tick to do that.
I don't think we have to now. I don't think you have to do a run a tick because you're only changing direction, aren't you? You don't tick on changing direction.
No.
We get rid of that.
No, it's true.
So that can actually just be void.
That does make it easier because then he doesn't move away from the wall that we're trying to put him against. If we don't have to tick.
And we have a failing test because he's now right. So yeah, so I'll just follow you. So Colin, I think it's in the game, I think. So we just need to go into this method of change direction, I think.
So,
and then I'm guessing in the game we should actually check it, shouldn't we? Maybe. Yeah, so that makes sense to check it. Yeah. So in the change direction one, we just need to check that there's not a wall in the direction of where we're facing.
Right.
So you want to. So you're basically looking at his current position, add the direction he wants to go in. If there's a wall there.
2 seconds. And the walls are just like public properties on this object, aren't
they? Yeah, they're just a list of walls.
So
you should be able to do just like walls.contain.
Right. So to give us a little help out on some syntax stuff, I think.
I don't know what that is. Let's go look.
I'm thinking like JavaScript map, so
you can do W and then the arrow, and then you can just do it contains, can't you? Just
yeah. So
you can contains wall.
So you can give it a cell location.
Walls contains, and then put the cell location in. That's fine. Where you want to go.
So I think you can
probably you'll need to give us.
So it's.
I did warn Kevin that I'd slow everyone down, and that I'd be more frustrating than the code itself. So
it's fine. So we need the. I guess the next.
It's next space, next location.
Next space, and we can just.
Location, really.
What you can do is just like take that next space or whatever it is. For the moment, we can just say it to PacMan or something, which we need to change later. But
yeah.
Then you can just pass in next space into here.
Yeah. Oh.
And then we can just wrap that if in an if. So if not contains.
Right. So.
And then we can then just do a PacMan with new direction. So just move this up.
Yeah, so how would you work out what the next direct? Because
Well, we've
presumably
already got that.
Options.
So you can just move line 99 into 97, and that'll
Oh,
work.
right.
So that'll be the just moving, well, mutating PacMan. And then for the location, I think we can just add direction to it, if I remember right.
We can do an add sign, can't we?
Yeah, I think you can do direction. You can do this plus direction. I think we implemented that.
I'm pretty sure we can. Lowercase direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that? Yeah, that seems to compile.
So where's direction actually coming from in there then? So that's been called when the function's invoked?
Yeah, so we're passing that here in this bit here.
So the test is saying change the direction to up.
Yeah.
Into.
And that's like an enum, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just an enum, yeah. So that's just mapped onto these. Up, left, down, and right.
In JavaScript, can you do that sort of that implicit casting where we've done that add direction?
Well, I mean, like,
we do that.
And I guess JavaScript's all just like
just a bunch of objects.
Casting, yeah.
Yeah, we see
it's not really the same because you don't really have. Well, you do have classes, so you suppose you could do it like that, but then they kind of.
You'd almost be adding cases, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd just be like an object, and you wouldn't do implicit cast between things.
So what we've done on that code is we've said location is a cell location and direction is an enum. So what we did is we overloaded the add sign and said if you pass it a location and an enum, it will then do the code that's required to return you a new location. So there's a bit of code. If you go into the add, if you can jump into the code for the add.
Yes, it's in here.
Which is, there it is.
Yeah, it's that one.
So we've basically said if you pass in a location and try and add a direction, it will do this bit of code instead.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just this bit of code which is running for the working out the next location.
Which then passes it on as well because we've got location above left. So you pass it in up and then it will actually call location above, which is going up to line 28. And that will look more natural now to the location with y-1. That makes sense?
Sort of. I'm amazed at like with the overload thing of like how you can just overload that like by overload you just mean you're changing it from a concatenation to return something different.
Yeah, well this strut doesn't have anything on it. So the plus means nothing until we specify what it means.
Yeah.
Well,
and the same
I'm more lost than what I thought I was.
so we can. It just means it's more natural when you're writing the code because you can just say the location. The next location is just location plus the direction, and we can keep doing that forever. So we can actually just plus the direction again. So it's a bit easier instead of it just being loads of, I suppose, just loads of numbers and kind of adding the numbers together and then putting the X and Y's back together. We can just say like the current location is a direction plus direction. So you can actually say the current location is up, up.
Yeah.
And it'll work it out.
The equivalent of creating a method called add and passing the direction in. But instead of creating a method called add, we've created a method called plus sign.
Yeah.
You're basically allowed to do.
Yeah, that's still so. I find that very strange.
Why have we got so many errors?
I'm guessing because there's wall everywhere. Maybe.
No, I don't think so. Because
did that test pass with? Oh, that's not contains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Right.
That's why you have tests. That's fine.
Should pass now.
Yeah, it's passed.
I refactored that test slightly, by the way. I just tidied it up.
Okay, and I think we just need to make it so it does it for every permutation as well.
Yeah.
So we need to change this into a theory.
And this is NUnit, right?
Xunit.
XUnit.
Oh, right. I could have sworn that when I thought it was NUnit, but when I started trying it out earlier on, it was all XUnit. I was like, oh.
They're pretty interchangeable, they're really, to be fair. Like, they're very similar. It's just the key with the attribute names are test is fact. And
I can remember the .NET in November, or when it was, when you did some exercises with the two.
Yeah.
So you changed the facts to a theory, did you say?
Yeah, that's right.
Theory, yeah.
And you don't need the fact to be there no more if it's going to be a theory, is that right?
Yeah. So a fact is like you're testing it with one set of data, and a theory allows you to test it with multiple sets of data.
Yeah. And then I guess we need to pull this. Oh, wait a minute. We need a starting position, I guess. Because you can't change. You can't test up.
You could do opposite to desired or starting location.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah. So we could do.
Yeah, it's just direction is the only thing you need to pass in, I think.
Yeah, so I think we can pass in all the bunch of directions what we have, and then direction. This would be opposite, wouldn't it? That would be just plus the new direction.
New direction, yeah.
And then this will be the direction. And then we just need to plumb in the individual inline theory data. Inline data, I think it's called.
You do inline, yeah.
So I was
just have it inline data, sorry.
It's like that, right?
Yeah, and then if you put braces,
brackets,
sorry.
I'm always getting them ones.
Yeah. I always say the wrong ones all the time.
And then this is just like left, right, up, down.
Yeah, so that means to be direction dot up, direction dot down, direction dot left, direction dot right.
And that's coming from the interface, is that right? With the direction with the capital D.
That's from the enum. So
right, yeah.
If you go to that, that's the enum which represents up, down, left, right. Cool. So we should be able to run all the tests for that.
And does that just run them all like one after another then? So it'll do the first inline data, then the second.
Yeah.
Because you might end in a situation where one of them fails and presumably tells you which one.
Yeah. So so for example, if we wanted to fail.
If you did on 279, if you just put direction left, then you'll fail one, won't you?
Okay.
What if we do what? Sorry,
on line 279.
Just force it to direction left. Then the left one's going to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we change that, that's true.
Okay. All that. Yeah.
So something random at the bottom. Yeah, so then it gives us each one of them, and it tells us what is passed into it. So it'll tell you the test name, and then the parameters for it. So it says it's used direction as down, and that one failed, and then direction is up, direction is left, and obviously there's only 3 failing because the other ones.
Yeah. Cool.
You can do similar things with Jest, but usually I think you create a function and call the function, and I just did something wrong.
Direction. You changed it to expected direction.
Is that supposed to be?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what we want to end up with. I added it to the assert at the bottom.
Yeah. Interestingly, the other test didn't break though, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I think the other test was okay. The other one's just saying if you're facing a wall and you tick, you won't end up in the wall.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Which is correct.
So we can add that. What's in the issue 30? I should close the ticket. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it. Excellent. Allow PacMan to become dead.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too challenging, I wouldn't have thought.
We might have done that
PacMan.
now, have we?
I don't think we have. I think dead is.
I think. Oh no, we've just gone to finalize or something, haven't we? At the moment.
Yes, it depends on what you mean by dead, isn't it? Is it like dead and the game's going to the menu, or?
Or did we make
I can't. Know if this,
If you look at the game state engine.
yeah, I don't know if this is valid or not actually anymore.
Always transition from dying to the respawning. Right, yeah. It's like
Else, it goes to the finalize. So
we
line
do have
55.
55. Yeah, it's going anyway, isn't it?
Well, it's going to finalize, not dead. I don't think we've got any tests for it. I think that's the thing.
We haven't, no.
And I guess it should go to dead.
Yep.
So we can.
Is it on the game? It's on PacMan, isn't it? Or is it on the game state for?
What does bind to finalize do?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that just clears up the. I think it just sets it to the state of final.
Yeah.
I think it is. Transition the state machine to the final state. Yeah.
Because in the constructor, you can say what is the final state, can't you? I think.
Right. Okay.
That would mean you'd have to create a new object of the thing, wouldn't you, when you started it again? You wouldn't just
Well, I think we should write a test for it anyway.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, start the game off with 1 life because we got control over that from the test, and then just run him into Ghost, and then it should be dead.
Yeah.
After a bit.
Well, that's some game tests.
I don't know if that's game.
There must be a test that is we come alive after respawning, which we just need to amend.
In PacMan tests.
I think they probably will because it used to be. PacMan should become alive after 4 seconds when in respawning.
Yeah, that's probably a good one to copy.
So that starts him off. Oh, that starts him off from being alive, but with 3 lives, I guess. And then yeah. So this you could I copy and paste this test here.
Right. So
PacMan should become yeah.
He shouldn't get to respawning, should he? Aye.
No. He shouldn't get to respawning at all.
Won't get to respawning.
He'll just go to. There should be so you should be able to add 4 seconds and assert that is dead.
Dead. Yeah.
But dead after 4 seconds. Like
Dead when no life left, maybe.
Yeah. Then I think in game settings you can game settings.lives and you can set it to 1.
right. Okay, to me. There's initial lives.
Just initial lives, yeah. Yeah. And I think this lot can get deleted here.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is we start the game, we tick.
Yeah.
That ticks and moves him into the ghost, isn't it?
Yeah, they both walk towards each other.
And then the 4 seconds is him dying.
Yeah.
And then after that point, it should be dead. Oh no, do we need to tick?
No, once he's finished dying, he should be dead.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that should be, instead of live, it should be just dead.
Yeah.
That bit.
So I was just trying to read through some of the what the adding of the ghost was doing. So it should just literally game status dead.
Yeah. I think let's run that. I think. Oh, I didn't mean to run that. Should probably give you a terminal window actually. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Share a terminal. Oh, you've got a terminal. It's just read on.
Well, can't see that.
It's just read. Right.
Terminals.
I'll do it in here so everybody can see on the machine.
Down the bottom in that, yeah.
No map for
yeah.
file. Is that right?
Yes. Yep. That's that bug I pasted in Slack.
Oh right, it should be. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's fine. That's all right. Just need to fix that as well. Well, no, it's the same fix, in fact, I think.
Yeah, because we never treated being dead. Yeah, so I think we just need to set it. It says finalized. Just go to state into it. I think.
I think
So
when in the constructor of the state machine, can't you pass in the initial and final states? I don't imagine that.
Well, that's the final state. How do you?
I'm sure I saw it somewhere when I was looking. Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah.
I think non-initial and final are already declared, and then you keep adding extra ones to it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can override them ones.
Okay. Yeah, that was the thing I was thinking of anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's better with just keeping our own kind of states, because I mean they're a bit more meaningful, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, no, I agree.
So I think this bit here just needs changing to transition to dead.
Right. I'll sort that with you.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
I have to admit, I find the game state, like all of the different timekeeping things going on, pretty quite hard to get my head around.
These things.
Well, not just that. Also, before you even did implemented the state machine, just because you've got sort of the game clock, and then you've got the sort of tick doing the re-rendering business. So I guess from my perspective, if you were doing something like that with JavaScript, then you'd be sort of chucking everything onto like the event queue as opposed to like the call stack, or like trying to set everything up in advance, because it is just sort of synchronous, and it's kind of hard to know one. I mean, you said before, Kev, that it was all like synchronous before you would put in the game state machine anyway. So I guess I'll just have to look at some of the previous.
Yeah, so although there's nothing going ace, well, there's the tick what's going async, but it's not, we're in control of it. So unless it's running, it's not really async. Yeah,
it's not like it's never going to return.
Shall we run this, see if it actually works?
Yes. That's true, we haven't ran it all session, have we?
Yeah, so. No? I broke it with an pull request to be fair. Oh.
You can do start dot, by the way, saves you a few key presses.
You start dot?
Yeah.
What's that do?
Opens
Explorer
window.
I didn't know start dot opened it in a new window. Because when you type in start, that gives you a new command window.
All right.
That's odd. Yeah, so if you, I don't know.
Because if you're like me and can't spell Explorer consistently, start's quite good.
Yeah, because if you're in a command window and you type start, it gives you another command window.
Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know that one.
So if you do start dot, gives you Explorer window. That's weird. And how odd.
Oh, we learnt one each there, right?
Yeah, because I use start for just opening more command windows. So it's just. So let's run this. Oh, we have sound.
Good.
Let's get eaten.
So can you face the wall?
No?
Good.
I can't move
walk into it. Yeah, that's good.
Which means it's easier to turn around corners now.
It is actually a lot easier to play, actually.
Yeah, because it doesn't. So it was getting stuck on walls otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I was going to say earlier on that, I mean, I haven't played it at an arcade possibly for 20 odd years or something, so I wouldn't know, but it almost felt like when you ran into a wall and you weren't allowed to do it, that it was almost kind of part of the game. So like if you weren't quick enough to make the change to control the thing, then it would give you a bit of a sort of boost, as it were. Usually head on into a ghost, I think.
That's it. That's died now, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's actually, we can still move. I don't know if the moving stuff needs to be an event as well, to be fair, because you could raise an event and say, I'll move, and then pass the direction in, and that could just go to the state machine and say if it's in a state. Because, you know, if you're navigating if you have it actually as a menu on the state machine, we can actually select different menus and say if it's in menu mode, then you select in start game, whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know.
That's good. Anyway, not broken, I think.
Yeah, that's good. That's going well. Oh, I didn't close this ticket. Let's close it. Don't know what we're doing now.
Is that one done, by the way? Ghost door needs marking on the map.
Ghost door needs marking on the map.
We haven't done anything with it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We've marked it for the purpose of rendering.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, leave that then.
But we haven't made it do anything.
Use sprite for pills.
That's easy. It's sprite renderer for pills.
Do we even need this one where the ghost can use portals now?
Yes, because at the moment they go off the portal and wander around the outside the board.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's quite an easy one though, if you want to do that one.
We could do that. I don't mind. We could do that, or we could do the power pills.
Let's do power pills. Sounds quite exciting.
Well, this means then we can change the game state into blue ghosts. Blue ghosts that can still kill you, which would probably. Oh no, actually, if we do infant, yeah, I think because it'll be a different state, which won't be alive or scatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly complicated because if you eat a ghost and it returns back to the house, when it comes back out, it's not blue. It's alive.
All right, so it's not actually due to the game state then.
No, it's the ghost state, isn't it?
The ghost actually has its state, which says it's.
Yeah.
What is that?
You're kind of setting all the ghosts to edible for a specific length of time.
So we could have a second ghost, a second state machine for ghosts, each with their own ghost state.
Does it need that though? Because at the moment we're just like we got some methods on ghosts where we can just say make him edible, and if it's got a flag on there,
personally, I'd probably just put a counter on the ghost and set how many ticks they're editable for, and then tick them down each tick. Yeah. And as soon as it hits 0, reset the ghost.
Yeah. Let's start off with doing that, and if it gets too complicated, we can refactor it out, can't we?
Yep. So
first of all, we want to actually put the power pill on the map, don't we?
On the map. Do we even put the power pill on the map?
Got a moment.
Yeah. They're just normal coins, I think.
Are they? Oh, yeah. It's not even on the board, is it?
No. But it's different on the levels as well, though, isn't it? That does change.
The pills? No, I don't think so.
I thought they were in different positions or something. But...
No.
Okay. So we need put in the game loader test then to start with.
They are specifically. Do you want me to put them in the right place?
Yeah, you can put them in the ASCII file.
I'll put them in the ASCII file. I'll put them as a star.
Okay.
I'll put them in the right place.
Where are we?
We must have some
tests.
Right. They're in the board.
Game loader tests.
Board loader?
Yeah, board loader tests. Oh yeah, board loader tests, yeah.
Items should be on board.
Sounds like it's a test.
All the items should be on the board. I'm just going to copy that and then make
Do you want to copy it, or should we just add it to that? Because that's testing all the items in one go.
Yeah, but the problem is if one breaks, then they all break. That's the only downside to having this kind of scenario. Isn't it?
Yeah, but then with the fluent assertions, you get quite a nice report out, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose we could just add one there.
Yeah, just get a star in there, then we can then assert that it should be there.
Are we actually called power pills?
Probably not.
Did we ever work out whether coins are called coins?
I don't actually know.
I always call them pills, and power pills, but I don't know what they're called really. Game settings.
Yeah.
No, we don't have them.
No, I do need to add them.
Doesn't say they're called power pills. The music's called something.
What are they called? I haven't got it open. I've usually got it open. Game internals. So no. Eating one. Energizer pellets. That's what Game Internals calls it.
Is it?
Yeah, they call it Energizer pellets.
I'll spell that there.
Apple. What do you want? Just a collection on the game settings?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be fine, yeah.
We're going to call it power pills. Is that what David's called it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
David did that.
Oh, Kevin did that, but yeah, that's fine.
Kev did it.
Did what?
You called it power pills, but that's good for me. That works. We all know what they are.
Coins, I'll put it in there.
Yeah.
That's all we need, don't we?
Think so, yeah.
Can test now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think.
We'll have to do some load of settings, won't we?
We can't pass in null.
Just a new list, can't we?
The cell locations.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll do it. Yeah, looks clean.
PowerPoint should be, yeah, so that's right. So we just need to add it to this big dictionary of stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
well, create a list of them. Shall I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll add a case to the bottom.
There you go, so it's loader, aren't you?
Do we not have a? Yeah, we do.
So
There's a.
Done.
Hang on a second. I'm just. Go and do it. I'll refactor it when you're done it.
Why do they got?
Yeah, I'm about to change it. You run it and I'll refactor it.
a big, yeah.
That's just from before.
But, oh, you did put 2 in. I was going to say it's checking for 2 with the 2 in.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Are they all?
Do you want to just run it again? Because I've just tidied that code up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commit that.
Yeah, we need to show it on the UI next then, I guess.
where's the UI gone? Source pattern game. PacMan UI, there it is. Board render, isn't it?
Actually, game settings. Right, you're in it. Hey, you probably have to expose them, don't you?
Yeah, I'll expose it. It's coming. Read only collection.
You have Visual Studio with ReSharper?
Am I? Or
Are you? Yeah.
no. I'm in Studio Code.
Oh, it's just how you typed it, where you typed just the first letter of each word.
Yeah, I know. And the wrong thing because I'm thinking in resharp mode.
A lot of work, isn't it?
I think you just do. Yeah.
Right.
Because that's already a.
Oh.
We don't expose it on the interface for that thing.
What are we going to, well, I guess it doesn't matter yet. What are we going to do as we eat them? Are we going to do the same sort of thing with the coins and have a list of?
Yeah, but I think, well, we need to do that. But when we do the test for the game, we need to add them in, don't we?
Yeah. Just whilst thinking about it, why are we having a list of the ones that are eaten? Oh, rather than.
So you don't eat them again. So yeah, keep track of what you've eaten, so you don't.
Yeah, I was just thinking in terms of if you're gonna rebuild the object each time, why not just take them out of the collection?
It's because you can't enumerate the collection when but you can't remove things from the collection when you're enumerating it.
Yeah.
So when the thing what's rendering the board all the time is looping around the collection each time. So we can't. Well, what we could do is just do a reference swap, which is atomic.
Yeah.
But instead of that, we just kind of kept a list of. I think we do something different for the different ones. So I think for Ghost, I think we do a reference swap.
Yeah.
To make it so it's atomic. So if you take the the reference to it. You've called in that reference, so you can take it. You can sort the reference underneath the hood while it's reading another one. But I think for the coins, we just kept a list of ones where we already eaten, and then just kind of push them together, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Of like what's left.
I mean, there's also the question about whether or not the eaten coin should be on the game state.
Yeah, I think everything should be on the game state now.
Yeah.
So from we're doing that for refactor the other day, I think literally everything should be on game state, and only the state machine manipulate it.
Yeah.
I wish you'd put the brackets in for you. You know, when you type to list, it just puts to list and doesn't put the brackets in. It's so used to resharper just putting them in. Okay, I've got power pills as a with the removed collected power pills. So collected power pills needs to be a new cells application. That's fine. Did you expose it on the interface?
Yes, I've done that already. Yeah.
Right. So back to border renderer. You haven't copied it, have you?
No, I haven't done anything in here.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And power pills.
So I guess the next test will be PacMan can eat a power pill.
Yeah. Do what did it? How does score work?
How's the score work? It's in
Yeah, does it when you need a power pill, do you
50. You get 50 for a power pill.
Is it okay?
I'm just wondering whether we should render out the correct sprite at this point.
Yeah, if you've got.
And render the correct one for the coins as well.
Yeah, I might have plumbed them in that way.
Yeah.
Render sprite. Graphics at X and Y, that's fine, isn't it? And then we need we've got a power pill. No, we haven't got a pill. We'll call it, we're going for coin for one and power pill for the other.
Yeah, I think so.
So should we put that as a method which gets coin? We're only ever going to get one type.
Yeah.
Call it as a method and return it each time. Or
yeah, clear. I think that's good. Yeah, I think it should be consistent with what the other ones do. I think that's the method.
Right. Take that out then.
Yeah.
Put that one in as well. Yeah. Type in a minute.
I'll hook it up so we call that power pills method from the form.
Okay.
Right, so we need to go and get no matter where I put it, doesn't really matter, does it? Can go anywhere. It's a simple one, so we'll just stick it near the top. Right source. Coin? Coin?
Yeah.
Right source. Right, I did write it down on the method, on the issue where it was. Issues.
What's this? That's fine. 16 x16 y0.
16 0 and size 1. There's 2 power pills.
You see?
Yes, they flat. Well, it flashes between displaying it and not displaying it. So no, there's technically 1 power pill, isn't there? So let's. It's not at 16. Do we know where it is? Graphics. Power pill. If that one's at 16, which will be that one, that will be 17, 19, 20. 20.
Are these power pills?
Oh,
Why are they different sizes?
That one never gets rendered. It's just in the file somewhere. I don't know whether the file came from an official source or whether it was somebody else's that they pulled together. I don't know. I found it somewhere on the internet. Okay, so that should nearly work. What do we call it? Why is that? Right, stop calling. Why is that not calling that? Sprites. Oh, they're methods, aren't they? Right, that's better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
The only thing they don't do is they don't flash.
That's fine. Let's just run the test and then I'll run that application, see if we actually show. Yeah, they show.
Hey.
You can't eat them. Hey. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a bit more, for some reason, it looks a bit more realistic with the things on there.
Well, we've got the different coins as well.
Oh yes, we got different coins. That's like probably why it looks a bit like more realistic. Cool. Let's commit that then.
Yep.
That fixes one of these as well, isn't it? So 24.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Now we go back to eating the
Yes.
things. Are they on PacMan, the tests? I think they probably were.
Maybe. Coin tests?
Oh no, we got some coins. We actually had coin tests actually.
Yeah.
So do we want to create another file called
Yeah.
test?
It's a bit wrong to put it in coin tests, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then you can...
Let's copy.
Yeah.
Everything.
Most of it, can't you? Because it's... Problem is, if you copy it all...
yeah, I use it and copying it all, and then I end up spending...
They'll all work.
Every time I copy something though, I spend like 20 minutes trying to like unpick what I've copied because I didn't need it all. The score does not change when no...
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Score does not change. Oh yeah, I guess that's still valid.
When no.
Because there's no pills on the board either, is there? So that's...
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because when we writ the test, I think we should write them in probably the same order what we kind of did before.
Yeah.
So we had the increment score by 10.
Yeah, I think we should do that first, yeah.
So if we do increment score by 50 when power pill is affected. We can get rid.
You want to just?
You can just do dot. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get rid of that.
Dot below. Well. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And face him down. Tick. Feels like these are a bit wrong because sure we should start the game, change direction at the power. No, the power pills are. Oh yeah, that seems a bit wrong. Feels like we should add the power pills.
Yeah.
Before starting the game.
Yeah, that's better.
Change direction, then tick.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And then the score should be 50.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah, most of the tests are going to pass as soon as you put them in.
No, because we don't have any power pills, do we?
As soon as we fix this one, the others are all going to kind of pass naturally.
Depends how you make it pass. If David's writing the code,
yeah, anything's possible. Okay, let's have a look then.
Back in a second.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's in game somewhere, is it?
We're in game.
So must be when we move the PacMan.
Yeah, there it is. If coins contains 183 in game.
Yes.
So we just want to do another else on the end of that, don't we? Just
yeah, but if we only put in half of it to start with, we don't put in
to make sure it fails.
Yeah, otherwise you can't test your test, can you? And it's not. It's a different collection anyway.
Yeah.
And then we're going to raise a new one, which is
Apple.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, I can jump to it. That's amazing.
There, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Hang on. Eaten. You should put my spaces in for me. Not put that in either.
Yep.
So we should get a. We'll still fail, won't we? Because we've not changed.
Yeah, we need to add in. I'll do it. Do we have a sound effect for coins been eaten?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Oh no, actually, when the coins are eaten, we do. But then I think that when you eat the power pill, it's this intermission thing.
That woo bit.
Yeah.
Intermission. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that's what.
That's
I don't know if it's properly called that, but I think the sound's called that.
Yeah, but that's what the sound is.
Yeah.
No, that's intermission. No, that's an intermission where after a couple of levels, it does like a cutscene.
We'll try running that test, see if that does it.
Eat Ghost. So that's actual Eat Ghost. Yeah. Extra pack, intermission, death, beginning.
Still fails.
Fruit. No, I think it does the woo sound.
Okay.
That then gets higher and higher and higher, I think. What does it?
It says context dot score plus 50.
Obviously not doing that, so it's not calling that event, is it?
No.
We saved everything.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no one does that. Cool. So you just need the negative. We just want the negative test of it.
What the score doesn't.
Score doesn't change.
Well, the next one was if he didn't do so.
Yeah, so the thing that the coin test we have was it doesn't change when the score doesn't change when it's not collected.
It just
we
identical
can't
to that, but yeah, we certainly cannot connect the same coin, same pill twice. Makes sense.
Yeah, they can't collect the same pill twice here.
So you're not doing score does not change when no power pill is connected.
Well, it's gonna be identical, isn't it? Method. Because in that test we don't put any coins or pills on the board.
Right, get you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
John,
throw that one in.
So I think we should.
Can't do the same one twice. Would be the next one, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So we probably won't take the can't do the same one twice.
49. That's it, isn't it? Don't do anything else.
Start again, change down, go back up.
Score should still be 10. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it should be 50.
Yeah, of course it is. Different ones.
Yeah, so it should always stay through 50.
Yeah.
Which it fails.
Good.
Yeah. You need to put that code in game.
The bit that you just deleted.
Yeah. Well, I didn't delete because it was wrong anyway, because it was the wrong collection.
Do a var new power pills.
Technically, we could just do the coins left for this way, and just I don't know why we do the way stuff. They kind of we're doing a reference swap anyway of like the stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we could have just.
It's because we added that reference swap in later, wasn't it? Because it failed.
Oh, okay.
We had a threading issue. That's what happened. But yeah, we could.
The reference swap is actually pretty good for the scenario we're in, actually, than using in a concurrent dictionary or something, or concurrent bag. Because we literally don't care if we get a stale version when we ask for it.
No, that's true.
We don't really want to block either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's going to be fixed in 15 milliseconds later or whatever it is. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. Let's just add that. Eating.
So do we need to trigger a sound being played?
We haven't got one. We should trigger one. We just haven't got one. We should at least trigger the
notification
and play the chomp because you've eaten something. So, and we should at least do the notification.
Yeah. So should we put a test in, then it fires the notification next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's put a coin test.
I think it's a good point to refactor this code as well, because when we raise the events on the state machine,
yep,
it's a bit weird how in this method we go back to the state machine what we're already currently in, and also pass it the game state, which seems completely incorrect.
Which it already knows.
Because you're saying we're already in the state engine at this point, moving PacMan, so we should already know what this game state machine is and the game state is. We shouldn't need to kind of keep
pass it back, should we?
Yeah, we should really pass into this method like the context or something, or at least them two parts or the event hook. Because it seems a bit weird. Because in theory, this could be a different.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And
yeah.
And you can do that by just passing on the state machine itself.
That'd be quite nice because then you could put all that in a separate class, couldn't you? In fact.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's why I said like the interface one was just to get me across the line of doing the thing what I needed to do. But in this move, where is move PacMan? In this move PacMan, we have this context, which is the game state and the tick, and on context as well. You have a raise method, which is the event where you want to raise.
Oh, okay.
So you can just pass in context into that method.
Yeah.
And we can just call raise with the event, and we don't need to.
Okay. Yeah.
It's already part of that kind of
Yes.
state machine already.
Yeah.
So, which I think will be the code will be a lot nicer because it's not just randomly using objects on that class, which seem not to have nothing to do with it at the moment.
So would you pass?
I probably just pass the context
as well, or just the context.
I probably just pass the context out there into it, unless we want to decouple it from this state machine. Then you could just pass the, I suppose, is that raise? Or you could pass a function in it, which is just like raise event. But then you'd also need to know the.
Yeah, I don't think we need to decouple it particularly, do we?
I suppose you need the event. You still need that, don't you? Which is actually on this class. Not sure how that will work though. Because you still need this state machine to get the event name off of it. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's fine. Where's the events? Yeah, so you still need this class, I suppose. Or at least the instances of the events somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's not as easy as I thought it would be.
Well, I think passing the context in is easy, though, isn't it? If you had
yeah, you can pass the context in. So if you pass the context into this method.
Yeah. What is context?
Is this going to do some magic for me? Context is a behavior context.
Oh, type. Okay.
This. Let's just let me navigate down it. I don't know how to spell this.
H-A.
B.
Why isn't pulling it in? That's
because.
Right. That's right. How you spelling that?
How do you spell behavior? B-H.
H-A-V-I-O-R. A-V.
A-V-I-O-R.
Context, wasn't it?
It does kind of get it.
I didn't like it, is it?
Game state and tick. So we could pass that in like that.
Yeah.
And then on game, we change that to be that. And then everything which had, oh, that's totally wrong. Everything where I had that one was just data dot now. Is that the only thing? But then on the thing what raises the events.
Yeah, that now becomes context, doesn't it?
That just becomes context dot
Raise.
raise.
So wait, yeah. So instead of doing game machine dot raise event.
Yeah, which we now knows it's the instance what you're actually working on.
Yeah.
But how do you get the actual state machine out of that? Because you need to get the event.
Oh,
like
you
this.
need to know which event to raise.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the events are all on the state machine, aren't they? So like that. Let's not say it's weighted. So that'd work, but then that's still a bit weird because I've still got the state machine hanging around just to use this event.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you almost like want to cast back to the, unless you pass in this to give you the state machine into that method.
Yeah, you just think it might be on context itself.
Yeah.
Instance. No, that's
Instance is the data for the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other method on there.
There's nothing else there, is there? Instant. What's the game state?
What's the event? Oh, that's the actual event where it was raised.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Don't know. I suppose that at least that's on the actual state itself, the actual state where it came from. Kind of a bit better, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Then I think I didn't save something.
Convert from system date time to tick.
Yeah, I think I didn't save something. I think that's why. Yeah.
Well, it didn't break it.
Yeah, still a bit weird like that's just on there though.
Yeah, because that game state machine is related to that context.
Yeah.
So,
There.
I don't know, you could pass game state machine in, couldn't you? Because you've already tightly bound it to the game state.
pass the game state machine in is
Yeah.
context on game state machine. Oh no, you can't pass it. It's not what comes through though, is it?
You can pass the game state machine in here though. You
Yeah.
could put. And then just pull it off of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's just like not the, and then this could be then moved into a static. Like
Yeah.
it could be just something not on the game anymore. Because the thing is, I think the game should be more like a glue for all the stuff together.
Yeah.
Now, and not kind of. Yeah, so we could do that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad, does it?
Is the oh no, the context comes through on there, doesn't it? I was going to say you can't get the context on this.
What a bit of. I've just not saved it again.
Yeah, maybe. Excellent.
Cool. Yeah, should I get back to doing the test?
Yeah, I'll add a failing test for you then. There you go. Yep, I think that's it, isn't it?
Oh, let me see all the files
Hey.
again. Keep doing that. It's just.
Is it showing us it's got an error somewhere? Yeah, you got an extra bracket. There you go.
Just try saving all the files again. Did you run it again? Or did I run it again?
You ran it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's better. Right, sorted.
Then on state machine. Did you just raise? Hey, when it? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, did you? Yeah, just publish it there.
Yeah.
Dot. Yeah.
Eat PowerPoint. Cool.
Yeah, I think the state machine reads quite nicely there, doesn't it? So yeah, when PowerPoint eaten, then this, then that.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Do we want to copy any of the other tests in there, like increment score by 20 when 2 are collected and stuff?
I think we need the ones which are related to the state of the game changing. So I guess the state of the game needs to change into whatever the state is.
There's a test which is PacMan does not collect coin and score stays the same when collided with Ghost. That might be a reasonable one.
Technically, all the tests that
they're all going to pass.
Yeah.
Just collect this. Just the collected coins should be collected.
Which one was that? Just yeah.
Yeah. So there's 2 coins on the board we tick, and we should only eat one of them.
We ate one of them and make sure that the other one's not being collected at the same time.
I think it's because we TDD'd it. We probably just set that collection to empty or something, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Collect the coin.
Is it relevant?
Game. Oh, wait a minute. That's probably a good one. The game contains all the power pills at the start, so we know they all get copied across.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's because I think coin was one of the first things we ever did, and we didn't have hardly anything on the board. But I think that's still valid, having containing all the ones on the board, so you ensure that we do actually put them all on it. PacMan does not collect a coin, and score stays the same when it collides with the game.
More relevant than doing it for the coin, because if he's dead and he collects a power pill, then technically it's going to fire the chasing ghost mode. And so that's probably more relevant than doing it with a coin anyway.
Yeah, do you want a couple of them, Anton?
Yeah. So we're taking that one and that one. Actually, I'll put them above so they're in roughly the same order. Right.
So collect, it's eat PowerPoint, isn't it, really? This one is the state that's more important than the score.
Yeah.
Because if he's hit a ghost, then he shouldn't eat a power pill and trigger ghost eating mode.
Well, we're going to say dead is dead. PacMan does not eat power pill, and score staying the same.
The ghost.
I'm guessing we need the score stay the same.
Yeah.
And the game state stays the same. Oh no, it goes into dying.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing we should have a game state of.
We weren't going to put eating ghosts on the game state, were we? Anyway, because we said it's too much tied to the ghost.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
actually, I think we should implement this test to say the score stays the same when it collides with the ghost, and then we should implement the test which is saying the ghost changed into
shouldn't change
edible.
Yeah.
And then
the ghost shouldn't change into edible if we hit the ghost whilst in the PowerPoint.
Yeah. Because that seems more logical way to implement the test, because we haven't got a state of edible on a ghost. I don't even know that's the right term, but but this should pass anyway, right?
Yeah, this one will pass. Can't really get around.
This should be.
Yeah.
I was going to say it failed with that.
And that will show you power as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Done. Call that passed anyway, if we want to make it fail. So I think we should have. Oh, you've done the one. PacMan should eat the power. Oh no, that's the one below. So we need the test of PacMan when eating when eating a power pill.
Yeah, ghost should change.
Ghost should change into being edible.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it's doing with that. IntelliSense. Ghost should change to edible. Do us.
I'm guessing add some random ghost somewhere and
ghost out of his way. You can put him on standing still anyway, can't we? So we can take that.
So how are we going to know if a ghost is edible? I think you were discussing that and I was listening.
We need to sort that in a minute, don't we? Okay. So we're going to want.
I think it just to be a property on ghost, wouldn't it? We just have a read all property say it's edible.
I guess so, because the UI needs to know, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I think we just keep, because I think if you eat 2 power poles, it just adds to your time, doesn't it?
No, I think it just resets the time. It just sets it to. I think you just get, if it's 7 seconds worth of eating, and you eat another one, you've only got a second left. I think you just get 7 seconds again. It just re-triggers it.
All right. Okay. That makes it nice and easy.
Makes it nice and easy, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we should just go find. I guess we should put multiple ghosts on here.
We've got a ghost should be. Go on, David. Plug your ghost should be class in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But we don't want all ghosts, because so if I think we should put multiple ghosts onto this.
Yeah, because it should be all ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah, so we should actually have a few ghosts.
All ghosts should change to edible.
Should we have 3? And then we should say like ghost now. Or be equivalent to edible. Is that how you spell edible?
Edible, yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that, I guess. Game ghost values should all be edible. Yeah?
Yeah. So ghost, where's ghost gone? Ghost.
It fails because
we haven't got an edible.
Doesn't have edible to start off with.
Yeah. So we just want to return true from ghost.
We want to, yeah. You could just do that, yeah.
Because we ought to have a test that is ghosts don't start off edible.
Just return true straight away.
Yeah.
Can we have this as a property?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then
we need to take that out, don't we?
Well, I think we can just should this go on the ghost test though?
Yes.
You can probably argue it either way, can you?
Yeah, because it hasn't even got PowerPoint on it, so it should definitely go on the ghost test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there could be a different reason for them to become editable, I suppose.
Ghosts do not start off as edible. False.
Excellent.
Yep, so you have to probably implement it now.
So yeah, first thing is to remove that from ghost.
that.
Yeah, and then
we're going to have to pass it through, aren't we?
We have a new method.
I guess we have, yeah. One of these was set edible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to need a counter as well, aren't we?
Oh, does their thingy change as well? Their strategy?
Yes.
Not that much. So is it setting it as edible or?
No, edible, isn't it?
Not edible.
I guess when you set it to edible, it changes strategy, I suppose.
Change strategy as well, yeah.
EDIBLE.
EDI. I'm as bad as you. Ed.
It's quite hard. It
Yeah.
doesn't look right, does it?
No. So we need to have that as a. Do we have? Okay, we just do it.
I guess we just add it to the end of
the list. Yeah.
You had it.
We might need a bit more than that.
Set that to
edible. Edible's all right because we can put the counter on the game object.
Aren't we going to need it per ghost though?
Yeah, we only need per ghost the counter.
You don't need the counter per ghost. You need edible per ghost, but the ghosts are only edible whilst the game is in edible mode, assuming the ghost itself hasn't been reset to non-edible. So when we eat the power pill, that triggers edible mode against everything. When the timer then runs out, we take edible off any ghosts that are currently edible.
So it sets every to edible.
It sets them all to edible. If you eat one, that one stops being edible. You can't eat it twice.
All right, yeah. So that, I suppose you wouldn't need a time.
Yeah.
So it's really, I guess, is the same as the other one. It's just like the transition time.
It is almost a state. Whilst they're edible, you are in a state, and as you come out of that state, you'll set all the ghosts to non-edible.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you should probably go on the state machine as well. So I think ghosts should have the property of edible, which we check when we hit them.
Yeah.
Because when you hit them, you know if you should die or they should be eaten.
Yeah.
And then they're just a toggling on and off is just done by the state machine, I suppose. Yeah, that sounds quite a good idea. While we're talking, David's written all the code.
Well, you know.
Need a comment there instead. Comment not there.
That comment off, yeah.
Make ghost edible.
That was in one you wait. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Success. Let's just commit that. Edible. I'm guessing the next test is just to make them all unedible after a given period of time.
Yeah, they also they change direction when they switch into edible.
Is that changing?
Reverse,
do they reach reverse or do they just?
Yeah, the reverse. Yeah, like we did when they changed from scatter to chase.
Ah, right. Okay.
They do that as well.
Okay, so we're just in the set to edible method. That's something, right? We need to test first.
Yeah. Do we want to test that just turns them not edible after 7 seconds? Away?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that first then.
That first, because that's more important than the reversing direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we want another test then on. Were we doing this? Is it ghost test? We were. Or is it?
Yes, ghost tests was just having the edible stuff. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense to be on the ghost because it's not really eating the coin.
Ghosts. Probably might have copied the wrong test there actually. Yeah, I've copied the wrong test.
Yeah, you probably want another one where you
Yeah,
change
we want
it.
the power pill test, don't we?
Yeah, powerful test, put in the ghost. Seems a bit weird, but yeah.
Yeah. All ghosts should return to non-editable after how many seconds is it?
7 seconds. Well, 7 seconds. Well, we can set it, can't we?
Okay.
Make it 7 seconds.
Okay. So then, so we tick once, and then we want to assert that we are actually editable.
Yeah. I think we only need one ghost now as well. Should we get rid of the rest of them?
Oh, you can do. Makes my assertion easier.
Well, we know that it's, well, we've got a test to
Yeah.
assume that there's the 3 ghosts. Oh no, maybe, I don't know actually. No, actually we should say all go. Yeah, actually it makes sense.
Put it back. Yeah, put it back.
Oh crap, I can't.
Oh right. Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
I undid it, I think.
Okay. Well, how come when I wasn't undone it, it wasn't you doing that changes?
Yeah. If not ghost.values.any G where G is editable.
Yeah. It's not a bad session.
Meant to be editable here. Right. Then we do some.
We could change that to an all.
Yeah. Okay.
All and not.
Yes,
all.
that's better. Then we need to tick a bit more. So this is that.
Take
no.
and then give a time in it.
Yeah. I seem to have lost my cursor. Where's my cursor? Oh.
I can see you here.
I can see it moving up and down. I just can't.
It should still be a knot, wouldn't it? If they're not all edible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We probably need to define now, don't we? So, we've done that.
Just it.
Excellent.
It's just weird, that, isn't it? You type in code.
It's good. It works so amazingly well, though, doesn't it? Like
it's just like when somebody types a bit of code here, and you like use another email or something. You just go straight off the file and start filling it in for them. And
it's really productive though. Like multiple people just writing the same code though. It's
like, how is that property already there?
Yes.
So yeah, tested fail. That's pretty good. So I guess we go back into this. Where's the state machine gone?
It needs to be state machine, doesn't it?
And then we have to set these random time to change and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're going to need a new variable, aren't we? Oh no, because the ghosts don't. The ghosts don't transition between scatter and alive now, do they?
No.
So we can reuse time to change state.
Yes, we can. Yeah, but when that is hit, we need to also have. I think we need another state on here, which is I don't know what we're going to call it. So we need to add that in with 7 seconds.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
And then we also need to then
transition
to what we're going to call it.
We're going to rename alive as well, aren't we?
What's alive going to be?
Chase. doesn't it?
No, not chase.
It's when the ghosts are chasing us.
Yeah, but we've already got one called chase, haven't we?
Should we call it ghost chase?
Ghost chase. Yeah.
And then the other one's like ghost fragile or something. I don't know.
Oh, no, we can then have chase ghost.
Yeah. I think they call it frightened mode.
Okay.
I feel frightened. Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I actually think I spelled it right. Nice.
Yeah, so we transition to that.
So transition frightened. Oh, we don't have the time.
This is the problem we had before. Yeah.
So I think we have to set. Oh, you already put that in. Awesome. So I think we have to set on. I think we need an instance. Dot. No, what is it? Context. Context. Dot. Instance. Dot. I think we need like last now. Or last tick.
Yep.
And then I think every single time you tick, we just set it.
And you put during all.
Oh yeah, that would actually make more sense. So if we did a during any.
Yeah, this is nice because that means we can then start to pull out some of the other stuff into better positions in the state machine as well.
When tick.
Do they fire in order? You define them?
I think so. I assume so.
Otherwise, we're just one tick behind.
Yeah. Yeah, we should put it in me, as long as it is defined.
That's tick equals
now or whatever it is.
text.
Okay, yeah.
Event dot. Why does it have? Oh, it's data. That's it. Dot now.
And
then that just needs last tick on the instance.
Is it an int? It's daytime, isn't it?
Daytime, yeah. Okay, that's cool. So we set that.
Yeah, that's good because now we can move things like line 52. example 52.
This 52, this one.
Yeah, that one, for example, can now come down into the when entering dying method, which is where it should be. Because you go into dying and then you wait for 4 seconds.
Yeah. It's around there.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is that going to compile?
Yeah,
why is that compile? That didn't compile before I tried that. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because you need to use your context.instance.last tick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
it was just catching up.
Yeah.
35's not. Game state doesn't. Why isn't that?
Game state does not include the definition.
We just renamed that, didn't we? To.
Oh yeah, why didn't it update it for me? That's silly. 89. What? Why is it?
No, that's right.
Table.
I don't even know where that's pointing me to.
Where's alive?
Like, I can't even sign. I can't see anything that says alive anywhere near the lines. Nope. Yeah. So we're setting that. We're setting the transition period.
Yep.
And we're setting it to frighten. Then we need when during frightened and we've overlapped that time.
You probably just want another. You want another during with just frightened in, I think.
When we tick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense there.
Then we need to do.
And then you do your time check thing.
Yeah, so you need the
When
time.
it's comma context. We've done that before, haven't we? I just state that.
Yeah, during respawning. Yeah, that's one.
Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, you've already done it. Then
we just transition, don't we?
game.make all. Yeah, well, we didn't. We know you need to tell all the ghosts to go back to normal.
Yeah.
Game start. Ghosts to chase.
They'll go to scatter, I think, first.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Do we want to do that though? Because doesn't that mean well we in blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain why they went home, but oh, it's Kevin's pattern matching as well. That's why in board renderer.
What's up with it?
It's you don't want to discard for the second parameter. You want false.
Oh yeah, because it's going to match straight away. Yeah.
Match. Yeah, of course. I have a feeling that blue flash is wrong as well.
Oh, okay.
Let me just pick it. Oh no, it's probably all right. It's probably all right. Blue flash. Let me just have a look. Blue flash. 28 and 24. Let me just look at the graphic. 28 and 24. White graphics.
Is something blowing up then, Kevin?
No, it still says it's streaming. It says OBS Studio is disconnected, trying to reconnect.
Yeah, I'll change that.
Okay.
That should be that one. Yeah, the white one's on the blue, the blue one's on the white.
Yeah, it's back to working again now.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what happened there.
Right. So we run it now. It should be correct for a few seconds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah. So the problem is when we go back out of the editable mode, they go back to the home at the moment. So that's the second bug.
Wasn't it? I'll see if I can fix that blue flash. 2412.
Do you want to add another test in for this home location?
Yeah, I think so.
So just keep track of the location. They're in ghost tests, aren't they?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, we just need to copy one of those two, don't we?
Should we turn to non-editable after 7 seconds? Yeah, just need to copy this on it.
Yeah, I think so.
All ghosts should return. Should stay in same location.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll fix the other one.
Would you call it? When transition to non-edible.
We're doing the same thing with
Yeah,
ghost
that
up
makes
there.
sense. Yeah.
No idea what keyboard shortcuts. Nope. I know I can do that, can't I? And so it's facing. Oh, it's not facing. Right. So we tick once and it goes right once.
Twice with the tick.
Yep.
So it should be just right, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just run that. Oh, hold on.
Right, that's the colour sorted.
Yeah, so that's same thing. Let's go fix it. Oh, ghost. Guessing, Yeah, they all should be that, except for the one that says to go home. I'm guessing we should really create the
with
do
methods.
with.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't get that problem. Oh.
It's chasing Pat. No, it doesn't chase PacMan. It's just a go right strategy.
Why has he gone?
Have they got a scatter? Have they got a scatter strategy?
No, should we just?
Yeah, no, yeah, go to scatter because.
In scatter.
Oh, because we changed it to the other one. Yeah, okay.
Forcing it to scatter.
So it'd be heading towards top left now.
Yeah, look on up as a preference because up is priority always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to do above then, isn't it? I think.
It'll have gone right on the first one, then it should go up when it's strategy.
Yeah.
Well, it's wherever direction.
Well, it's facing left, so it's going to swap direction to the right.
Well, it's, the direction's left,
Yes.
top left. Sorry.
Yeah, so it'll be facing left though, and the first thing it does when it goes to scatter is reverses direction, doesn't it? Oh no, we haven't implemented that though.
We didn't implement that. No, we took it out, didn't we?
Yeah. So this test might break when we implement that.
Yeah, so you should go. Top right. What was it before? Right.
It was right before.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
Be right up. Yeah. So it'll go right, and then they'll change strategy and go above. That's all right.
Was
it? It might be above then, right? No. Yes, that's.
Yeah.
No, we didn't change it to be scatter. Oh, we go to scatter.
Yeah.
Which then sets. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That does. Yeah. Can I? Oh, wait a minute. Which is location directions? Where's home location on this thing?
Home is. You mean it's.
Oh, it's the initial start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so would this test be better? Is all. Should not be equivalent to
where it started.
Yeah.
Where he started.
Yes.
Is it all not be equivalent to? Is that a thing? No.
Should not.
All be equivalent to should.
Is there should not? Is there a should? Oh, but not be.
Should not be equivalent to should. Should be not be assignable to, equivalent to.
Can we do all should be equivalent to and do locations? Oh no, because it's not a property. Sorry,
no.
A bit stupid. I think it was doing a comparison.
I think we've done something somewhere else, which is just the same as this one. Should not contain. I can't remember where we've done this before.
Yeah, should not contain. So all the values should not contain a location which is ghost start. That would work. That's the equivalent of.
No, but that's should not contain this actual object in this list.
All right, yeah. The collection shouldn't.
Not be equivalent to.
There isn't one, is there? It's technically a all be equivalent to. You want all not be equivalent to.
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
Can you do be equivalent to location? Not only can't do.
No, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's a property, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not an expression. Yeah.
It's true. It's like doing it.
True equals location not equal to ghost.
Well, this would work. Should not be equivalent. For the first one. Yeah.
Not do. Bit hacky, but you could do.
I was going to say that looks worse. The assertion looks worse than the test.
Whoa, which one? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's
all right. Keep typing.
because what you really want to say is, I don't know. You do actually know. No, you can't do it, can you? No, you still can't do it.
Yeah, I feel like it should have a not all, but I will.
It could not be equivalent to.
I guess if you forward loop each over the top of these anyway.
That would be nicer. Yeah, that's much nicer.
And then you just do it using far.
Yeah.
So then they all blow up together. Yeah. Yeah, it's better. Still feel like there should be a method at the start for me.
Did we fix the code? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We just was confused why it was still moving away, but we don't need to check it's moving away. We don't care as long as it's not in the home
Well,
location.
that's better because it means the test won't break when we implement the thing where we change its direction as well. So.
Yeah, it could end up in the same position if we change its direction.
Cool. Did you say you updated the UI?
I think the UI, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem is when we go to eat one, no. Oh, he dies. It's pretty cool though. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Now what?
So I wonder how hard it is to eat a ghost. Then.
Well,
I don't know. I was thinking that. I was thinking it's quite a good time to like stop. But then eating a ghost would be quite cool. But then I feel like that might go down some rabbit hole.
Yeah, I was thinking that because you'd have to.
We've got code to detect when he's died, and it's.
Oh, we have code to know when. It's the same as. Where was wrong bit? Game intent.
Yeah.
It's on when we say died. This is the same thing, except for it's just conditional, saying, have we hit a ghost?
Yeah, we just rename that method. Have collided with ghost.
Yeah, and then on the state machine. Yeah, that should be ghost value. We should leave that as died because that triggers a death mode.
No, but that doesn't. That's only in the circumstances where. So if we've hit him, we currently raise PacMan caught by ghost, and I guess we just if we hit him and is.
Well, we could raise PacMan collided with ghost.
No, we couldn't because we need. Oh no, you could if you put the ghost in it, which you collide too.
Oh yeah, you need to know which one, of course. Yeah, okay.
But it depends on. So in here, you need to pull back the ghost which you hit.
Yes.
And then in the method what raises that event, where it's gone to again.
Would it be nicer though to leave that? No, you can't leave it as has died.
I think it'd be better to raise the actual proper events of what, like the PacMan got caught by the ghost and the PacMan ate the ghost.
Yeah.
As two separate events.
Yeah.
But that mean we have to return
the ghost in there.
Return the ghost what get hit by here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we check if the ghost is edible. If he's edible, raise that event. If not, then
minor issue that we call that has died twice. Does that matter?
No, well, I think we just have to do the same.
Yeah, it's because the ghost can move and we move, isn't it? That's what we.
Yeah.
So I think that's the same. I don't like having the if statement in there though. That doesn't seem right.
In here.
Yeah. Because the if statement, as into what's happened, should be in the state engine.
If they've collided.
Yeah. This I don't think down here we should be saying, well, if this ghost is in this state, then we're going to raise this event, else do the other event.
Yeah, we've got another. The other thing is we could end up raising the event twice from the same ghost. Can you do it from the same ghost? Yeah, you could do it from the same ghost. If PacMan was in a corner, so he doesn't move, it would trigger once when he doesn't move. No, it wouldn't. It would trigger when the ghost lands on him. That would we might actually get away with that one.
No, because I think it transitioned to a different state at that point. So if the ghost hit it, well, if you ate the ghost,
yeah.
Oh no, you still be two ghosts. But if the ghost was alive and can catch PacMan, then one would catch him. It'd raise the event, and then you transition out of that.
Yeah.
Would you already call the move ghost next? Oh no, because move ghost is a separate method on that. Yeah. Would you think these would move up to the state engine, the state machine? So on here, when we're doing, where is it? Go away.
During that one.
Because on here we do move ghost and move PacMan on tick.
Yeah.
In between here, we could do then check collided.
Yeah.
And then I guess on any of these, oh no. No, yeah, it'd be on any of these still, because in frightened mode you can be still eaten. And we just end up with the event down here. So the event's actually here to say if they've collided. Or something. I don't know. Is that what you're thinking? Like to put them in actual this bit?
Well, I mean, the other way of doing it is where you got when PacMan caught by Ghost.
Yeah.
If that was when PacMan collided with Ghost.
Yeah.
And we passed in the Ghost as context.data.
Yeah.
And then it's if context.data, as in the Ghost is frightened or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then then I guess we'd transition to eaten ghost or something.
Well, that one ghost had transitioned to eat ghost, wouldn't it?
Well, if it wasn't frightened, then we'd transition to dying, as we do now.
Yeah.
Else we update that ghost and don't transition to dying. Yeah.
I don't think it makes any difference on the. I don't think it makes any difference on the event, the state what is currently in frightened or scattered or ghost chase.
Yeah.
Because to know if you've died, you just check if the ghost is edible. If it's not editable, then you die, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I was meaning. Yeah, editable.
So you're thinking about passing the ghost back?
In that event.
Well, yeah. Well, it just depends where we do that check, doesn't it? If we're going to try and keep all the logic in the state engine, then we'd have to have one event for whenever you collided with a PacMan, PacMan with a ghost. If we didn't mind about that, then we could have 2 different events and have the game action code decide which event to raise.
Just call the event collision.
Yeah.
And raise 2 events from the collision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just do it in here then. Then you in here be like.
Yeah.
Because then when PacMan called by ghost, that's you don't even need to check the collision there because
if this dot data dot
ghost dot editable, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Why has that got data on there?
That's right, because it's an event.
Now.
Yeah, so it'd be like editable, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
ghost has a tick on it.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why does ghost have a tick on it?
It's not a ghost though, that is it, the data? That's
yes. It's just it's an event of tick on. Yeah,
it's because we needed to know the current time before.
Oh right, okay.
We don't know. Yeah, that's what I was meaning anyway. It was that, yeah. So if it's editable, no, not editable, edible even. Yeah, then we do something else. We
do something else.
We do what we do now.
So it'd be like if it's editable, then oh wait a minute. That's actually not editable. But...
Yeah, then we plus the score and send the ghost home and so on.
So it'd be context. Just for
yeah. But X. So yeah, it'd be something.
I think you'd pass the whole ghost in because then you can do.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to change the ghost state at that point though. You still have to call.
No. Yeah, you say. Yeah, but you'd need to tell it which ghost to move though, wouldn't you? So you'd have to do game dot send ghost home or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you
just pass
x dot data dot ghost. Oops, or get hash code, one of the 2.
Yeah. But we need a test.
Yeah. I think that works though, if you're doing it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need to change. The current tests are probably all right because they won't be edible at the moment, will they?
No, I think they're fine. I think they do. Because the other test, what we tested was just it's not in the same location. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess we could just quickly copy one test, though, can't we? It's just going to be. There must be a very similar test at the moment where we collide.
I don't think we have anything to do.
We must have a test where we collide with a ghost, then.
A PacMan death
test.
Colliding with a ghost type test, won't we? PacMan is dead or something.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to eat a coin before.
Oh, okay.
They eat a power pill before colliding with the ghost, aren't you?
Yeah.
I suppose you could shove them in between them.
So is it a power pill? It's if we put a PacMan, a power pill, and a ghost, and make the ghost going one way. If you use the ghost going right strategy and put PacMan the other way going left, so he crosses the power pill and then lands on the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should Should we try that?
Yeah, we'll see how quick we can do it.
Ghost tests, right?
Yeah.
The ghost tests?
The ghost test was it PacMan? Where's the PacMan death type tests?
On PacMan.
It's in lives, isn't it?
Oh, should this be? I guess ghosts. I guess it should be on ghost because we're changing ghosts around because the ghost is actually changing. So ghosts go home after call with PacMan after eating power pill.
Yep.
Let's just steal some of this up here. We only want one ghost. We want to start him. So if the ghost is going right, we want to start him right. Or something.
We want to start him to the left. We want to start him to the left of PacMan. So put him.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm reading this backwards.
Put the power pill left of PacMan.
Yeah. So
move the PacMan left. The ghost will go right.
So that's going to go right one. So his next then is like just left next to. No, I think this needs to be left.
Left. Might yeah.
So then he goes one tick. He goes left to him, and PacMan eats a power pill, and then he goes left again, and then they collide.
Good.
Yes. So I think there needs to be 3, right?
Yeah, the power pill's to the left. The power pill's there. Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think it needs 3. I think it only needs 2.
Does it need 2?
I felt like I need to draw on something.
1,
Yeah,
2.
I can use my new helper functions.
2. Only needs 2.
Okay, we expect that. Who's moving first? The PacMan or?
They both move, don't they?
Okay, so I've added. Do we expect that for PacMan as well? You see.
All right. So the PacMan should move just left one, and
So that's game.pacman, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is at. Oops. Is at. So where do we? So he starts.
He should be at.
So PacMan should be at like. Oh, wait a minute. Game settings. PacMan left.
Wouldn't it be better? All right.
So that's right. And then we expect the ghost to be at PacMan left.
Yes.
Or ghost start right, which might make more sense.
More sense, yeah.
We expect game dot. Ghost. Oh, how do you get ghost?
Yeah, I've got a little function. Just be there in a second. Yeah, our ghost.
So that's moving that. We tick, yeah, that's right. And then we tick again, and then he's going to be right again. So I think you only need to tick one more time, innit? So tick. I think that's it. And then we assert that he's gone home.
So when we tick now, so PacMan's now gone left again, is he?
Yeah, PacMan should be at. They'll have crossed each other. Well,
yeah.
No.
Well, they should be dead by now, right? Well, they should have collided by now.
Ah, but so the ghost shouldn't be there, in fact. So that's actually what we're testing, isn't it?
The ghost, the PacMan should be where we reckon it is, but the ghost, we don't know where the ghost should be.
Yeah.
That's down to
That's our assertion.
Yeah.
So now we need an assertion the ghost is home.
It doesn't go directly home though, does it? But we can just put that in. Tell me.
It needs to be on its way home.
It can just be home for the time being.
Doesn't it go directly home?
Nah.
It has to wander home.
Even when it's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes home as a pair of eyes.
Oh, okay.
Which on the UI is if you put ghost color eyes, I think. Ghost color eyes.
So we need another status on ghost then, don't we? Dead.
Yeah, but I think I guess we just kind of keep iterating until he goes home.
Yeah.
But for the time being, I think this is fine.
Oh no, I just mean for the UI needs to know he's dead.
Oh, we've got these changes in the thing.
Yeah, we need to comment them out or undo them.
It's game state.
Stash it. We need to stash it.
Can we? How do you stash one file? Can you just do git stash?
I think so. I never tried that. I don't know whether that just gives it a comment or.
Because I always just stash everything.
Yeah, so do I. Normally because it tells me to do it.
No, I'll just do that. Unless I have to add that explicit thing and then stash it. No, that just literally stashed everything.
Yeah. Right click stash on the UI.
Stash pop, yeah.
I'll just copy the thing.
Hit your clipboard.
Yeah. Because we're going to have it back in a second. I'll just copy the whole thing to Notepad. And then I'll copy back in a second after I just reset this one. So I'll just reset this one thing. I'm not going to press dot like I did before, because that's a stupid idea. There you go. So that's back to where it was. Let's just run the test. Method should have a return type. Ensure that ghost.cs doesn't have a return type.
That's a PacMan class I just added in there. Is that? Oh, because I didn't copy the constructor name.
Okay. It passes.
Did you?
What? Oh, wait a minute. No, that's what? Location should be direction not left.
Yeah, that's not quite right.
How is
be
that?
Go
What?
start.
No, it should be this top left.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh no, it should have.
No, it's just scatter location. Go start.
Go start. Yeah, that's true.
It shouldn't have passed.
Yeah, it shouldn't have passed anyway. I don't really get why that passed because
pure fluke.
Unless it's one of your comparer functions. No, that doesn't make sense.
Oh,
I haven't got
no fact.
Yes, that helped. I thought it might have been one of the the equals thing, and because we're implicitly overriding like
everything
direction or something, he was just making a location from it or something. I don't know.
You got the right error?
Yeah, so that's right. So
yeah.
So then we just throw this back into the game state. That's back there. And we just need to plumb this in. So we raise the right thing. So I guess this event needs to take in a ghost. Oh no, we need to create an event itself anyway.
We just rename that event, can't we?
We probably should have a proper event name, right?
Ghost collision, isn't it? Ghost PacMan collision.
ghost collision.
Yeah.
We're just taking a ghost. What we collided with. Blink.
Yep, that's good.
And then in state machine, that should go to that.
Yeah.
We can name this to ghost collision as well.
Yeah, that's.
Is that what it is, I suppose? Which means. Oh, so we need to. That's all right. We need to do a send home function.
I have one. Oh no, I guess it's on the ghost itself, which is no good.
We've got has died on both now. Ghost has died. Yeah.
So yeah, has died needs to not be there, kind of thing. I don't know if we want to make this into.
It's like a try has died now, isn't it? Because it returns a Boolean and the thing it's collided with.
Yeah, we could do that. But then again, we're going to duplicate this stuff anyway. So it's like try raise events or don't know. But the thing is, we do collect coins if we've hit a ghost and eaten them at the same time as this one doesn't collect coins.
Yeah, you'd still collect a coin if you landed on a ghost.
So I think we need to check that this needs to. Wait a minute. yeah, this is not going to work very well. Still.
It's almost like has died and has eaten are two.
Well, if you do try has died, and we can just pass in out the what's this out?
Bar ghost.
Ghost.
What's that ghost, isn't it?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Name, yeah. Then you'll need to find instead, won't you?
First or default, yeah.
Yeah, and if you yeah, if you hit 2.
But you need a question mark after ghost.
Question mark?
Because it's nullable. We've got nullable reference types enabled.
Yeah.
Why didn't that complain then?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's not as if it's even fluking. You've actually put first or default, which can return a null.
But it might be because it's an out.
Yeah, that's why, isn't it? Yeah, because it can't know, can it? Yeah.
No. So then I guess here we just do
If try has died out. Bar ghost, yeah.
And I think this needs to be var died equals false.
Yeah.
And then this is just that.
Put that in there.
That in there. And then this is then var ghost. Then we find that ghost. Oh no.
We're going to do logic in here that we're going to do elsewhere.
Yeah.
What logic are we doing in here?
Well, we need to check if it died or not because we need to know if they can collect coins.
Yeah, that if died isn't there either because he shouldn't collect. Yeah, if died. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put died in here. That's what I was going to forget. Died equals
ghost dot not ghost dead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but then it's going to be like if.
It's horrible though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's crap. I don't know if it's because we need to just say you have hit a coin. We're not coin eaten as an event, but hit coin. So we're raising an event saying I've hit a coin, I've hit a ghost, and then all the logic will be in the other thing.
Yeah.
So you can only.
Yeah.
I don't know about that actually, because that doesn't make any sense because that'd make it harder to work out.
Because that event needs to go on 196.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that bit first. Let's get this bit clean, and then we'll.
Yeah, and then if died, you can either do that or wrap the other lot in a if not died.
So that'll be that.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be.
Do nothing.
Nothing else is going to execute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so once that
that's
event
why.
rise, it's not going to continue, is it? Once you raise the event, I don't think we.
This rest of no, because we can
Yeah.
raise an event for ghost colliding, but if we've not died, if we just eat a ghost, we can still collect a coin. We don't not collect coins if we don't eat ghosts.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll work. It's that stuck in the. We're going to pass that. We're going to pass that collision back and then do another test to see whether it's edible or not.
Yeah. I think.
Well, what about how about this though? So if we've collided with a ghost, we're going to do the state change and all of that and become dead. So, oh no, it's and then that coin code stuff runs after that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So at that point, new PacMan's pointing at the wrong location, for example. Because new PacMan would have been before we died. Is that right?
New PacMan.
Where we were going to move to.
Yeah, before we died. So then when we raise, I don't know if this is a bit hacky, but
just try has died.
We could just copy for the moment. We can just duplicate these and just copy this down here.
Yeah.
And I think that would work. We don't need that anymore. No. We can just raise the event.
That one's fine, isn't it? Yeah.
Why doesn't he like that? What's with ghost? Possible null reference. All right.
Yes.
Oh, it hides it now.
What's this? Doesn't exist in the current context. Oh, because we don't pass in game state.
How did we raise that before?
I think he just went to the thing itself.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we just had that in it. I think.
Oh, okay.
Raise event that ghost. That's not going to be null when it comes out.
No, it's not. But it's I don't know. I'm a bit confused.
You have to put annotation on the method, won't you?
I'm going to say ghost collision. We're always going to call ghost collision with a ghost.
And then, why is this move ghosts?
Oh, you just need to add that to the interface, don't you? The same as you did with that other method.
And that would work. Yeah, so I think that would work. We got send goes home method on this thing yet?
Oh, have we actually implemented that there?
No, not implemented. My screen's just gone flicking. Oh.
Oh, you've gone dark.
Is it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can see you and hear you, but just no screen.
Oh, well, I can see my screens, except for all my windows all over them.
I can see your mouse.
Can you stop sharing and reshare?
Yeah, I think.
It still says we're viewing your screen.
Yeah, I think the screen sharing thing's just screwed up. Huh? Oh, what the? I'm pretty confused. All my screens are going all funny. Like, I can. Oh, wait a minute. I think they're figuring themselves back out. Yeah, that's just odd. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's it. How odd. Yeah, I just moved all my screens all over the place, and there you go. They're back. That's weird.
We were going to write the send goes home method, weren't we?
Yeah. Be back in a second.
Yeah, we're going to implement it. I'd tell that to implement, but
No, I couldn't either.
don't get the error.
No, it thinks it's done it on mine.
Yeah, it thinks
I guess just copy it out of game actions.
Is it in there though?
It's in game. It's in iGame actions. It's just not in.
Yeah.
Implementation.
Well, mine says mine's not throwing an error.
No, mine isn't either. I'll tag it on the bottom. On the bottom. No, well, line 180-ish. How do we do this then? That's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? So we have to
Game object. You'll have to generate a new list of ghosts, won't you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you can just do the apply to ghosts and just set them all home, right?
You're only sending one home.
You're only sending one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You've got to find which one it is.
I suppose you could apply to ghosts and just really only return back that one ghost.
Yeah, let's see.
It needs to.
Set to home.
Yeah, we only want to set that one.
Yeah, no, just working out the best way of doing it because I could just put an if statement around it.
But I was thinking more of like you can write that. I'll write something above it.
Yeah, no, you do it. I wasn't
So
particularly happy with my answer.
I was going to do something like this. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
What's this confusing? Goes to send home.
Yeah, okay.
Got that G, and then this is just going to be G equals ghost dot send home. Nope. Home. Set to home.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be just get that. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that should be just ghost. 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 Perfect. Yeah.
If ghost.name equals ghost.name, that's probably not quite right.
Yeah.
Did we write a test for that?
We got a test for it.
Yeah. Should we have a test which says only the one that you ate goes out? On the basis that bit of code would have failed then.
Yeah, because we could just do that and it'll still carry on passing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we should probably.
So on the test, would it be better to? Where's the worst?
We could just put another one on the other thing, and it only sends that one ghost.
Ghost tests.
Yeah, I think we should put, if we put another ghost on here and put this in top right, top.
You can leave it on top left. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Oh, we only have top left.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have any concept of height or width, has it?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Oh yeah, that can be still top left, but I guess it just needs to be in the same place it was before.
Yeah, it just needs to be over a little bit. If you put it left again, so if you did that one and put that over out of the way,
yes, then it won't get eaten, will it?
Below.
Yeah.
Below.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Yeah, it wasn't IntelliSensing. Then you should have one ghost which should be in the ghost start and the other one which shouldn't. I'm going to change that to ghost start 1. Ghost start 2 is ghost start 1 below. Do that. So assert that one, and then assert that the other one isn't in ghost start 2. That should be a not be. Yeah.
Yeah. There should be 1. I feel like that's pointless now because we should really do the same as this one. Say ghost.
It's only that we use it in those expectations, but
yeah, we could just pass that one in. So if you did that, but say 2.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
Then it feels like, because that's assuming that's the stuff always the first one. I don't know. It feels like we should just do that.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you also I fixed it? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Is that it? Is that everything?
Let's run it and see what happens. That's a bit surprising.
I should go to the. It's not going to eat.
You need to capture the ghost.
Great. No. Sorry. Just say that. Yay!
Yay!
It doesn't go back to be edible though, does it?
We haven't done the code for that, have we?
We didn't put the code into send to editable, did we?
And we haven't done the score or the color. Oh no, just the editable. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I think we should start there. I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Cool. That's actually pretty good. It's a lot more playable now,
Yeah.
at least. And I think that stuff needs kind of. I don't know how we go about tidying that bit up where it's gone.
And we've got this hacky if died code, though, haven't we, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That really isn't.
I'm guessing we could just invert this as well. So just get rid of that. I don't know if that's even better, but at least it's.
I guess one way would be that we raise the event and the state machine only does an action if we're not currently dead.
Why don't we pull the checking for coins out of the PacMan code? Then we could.
You mean out of the game? Well, I think it may be that we just raise what is a ghost has collided. We've stepped on a coin.
Yes.
We've stepped on a power pill, and then everything in the state machine is like